We're broadcasting live from our ZTN studios. This is ZTN News Blitz. A look at our top stories. Labour caught to break Zim doctors' government standoff. Social media hawk sparks flurry at Zimbabwe's main passport office. Private sector workers demand higher salaries. And in sport, ex-Warriors skipper Benjani named amongst the greatest African soccer players in EPL. The impasse between the Zimbabwe government and striking doctors over salaries will be heard in the Labour court this afternoon. The doctors have been on strike since early September and yesterday ignored a government order to resume duties. Authorities offered a 60% hike in allowances, but the medical practitioners want more. We cross over live to ZTN Samantha Rusare at the Labour court.
The job action taken by doctors has entered on day 36 today, and Labour Court will be making a ruling later on this afternoon, and we are expecting the doctors and their employers at around 2:30 p.m. Central African time. They will be coming to state their case, and of course the nation is eagerly waiting to see if the Labour Court will be able to break the standoff between the two, that is the doctors and their employers.
What is believed to be a social media hawk sparked a flurry at Zimbabwe's main passport office in the capital, Harare, earlier today. Hundreds of passport seekers who saw the message formed a queue that stretched over 3 kilometers, hoping to beat a supposed deadline for passport applications. An official said the application window was, however, open indefinitely. Applicants were not amused.
Apa inini ndine mwana ari muhospital.
Ndinoti arizeni andirwari asi ndinorwara kupa kushanda kakunoshanda ku South Africa. Andindo kwandiroshanda wandichenda. Passport yacho yapera ndasubmita. Apa ndozi ndoyamswa 15 futi saka apo sinda basaka.
Vanhu vai apply ma normal passport vainzi munozoyamswa 8 kuti mu book for top up. Saka vanhu vese vamuri kuona vakazara ava. Vanhu vakanzi vauye today.
The Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Unions wants the private sector to increase salaries in line with the country's rising cost of living. The labor union is taking the poverty datum line of $1,827 as the benchmark.
If we have to index salary reviews on inflation, the current levels, the current salaries are supposed to be increased by 500% or more. That's how we'll be able to catch up with the cost of goods and services.
October 6 has come and gone, yet for the survivors of the bus accident that killed 11 people in Zimbabwe's Midlands province, the day will linger much longer. As the country comes to grips with this tragedy, survivors recount their near-death experience.
Rakasangana neraibva kubed bridge iro raibva kubed bridge rakanga risiri rakabva kuleni kwaro rikatevera iri rairi kuleni kuBogasburg. Saka driver wedu akatry kuti asanobuda murodi riya rikangouya rakananga redu Bogasburg.
Murume waichaira bhazi redu vava vachikotsira nzira yese vakarova mafotozi mota ndokuda kwamatengi emabhureki zvimwe zvinhu handizvo zvino kuti ndandakavata ndakadongodona ndakavata ndangoona ndavapasi.
A mayor of a town in southern Mexico has been criticized for deploying a life-sized cardboard cutout of himself at an official event he was unable to attend. Constituents in the city of Puchaclibo, Chiapas, were outraged when Moise Aguilar Torres sent a cardboard image of himself to an outing for health services last Friday. The cutout shows a casually dressed mayor raising his right fist. In sport, former Warriors captain Benjani has been named among Africa's greatest English Premier League players at the Best of Africa Awards, which are held annually in London. So far, Benjani is the only Zimbabwean player who has been unveiled. Benjani spent 6 years in England, starting his career at Portsmouth before featuring for Sunderland, Blackburn Rovers and Manchester City. Other Zimbabweans expected on the list are Peter Ndlovu and Bruce Grobler, who competed prominently in the EPL during the 90s. The Zimbabwe Soccer Supporters Association Secretary General Chris Musekiwa says they have joined hands to give returning world champion Shihan Samson Muripo a befitting welcome. Shihan Muripo was victorious at the 6th edition of the Kyokushin Karate World Cup in Moscow this past weekend. He is expected in the country this afternoon. Organisers of the Australian Open are confident Andy Murray will recover in time to take part in the Grand Slam singles. The Grand Slam champion has been a huge doubt for the tournament as he's still recovering from a hip injury. In fit, Murray is likely to enter competition with a protected number 2 ranking. Manchester City coach Pep Guardiola still believes his team can catch Liverpool in the title race despite increasing pressure after losing 2-0 to Wolves on Sunday. City, who are in the second place, dropped to 8 points behind the Reds, who maintained their perfect start to the campaign with a victory against Leicester. Liverpool's 8-point gap is the biggest lead any side has had after 8 games in the Premier League era. The previous biggest was Chelsea in 2014, who went on to win the title. Well, that's all we had for you on ZTN News Blitz. Catch Christine at 4 p.m. Thank you for watching.